Rob, what in the world are you doing? Why are there still 2 campers here? Get ready. Remember when I told you a couple episodes ago I was tired? I didn't get untired. I got a little refreshed. Building that Scotsman is getting my juices flowing. That was a weird way to do that, wasn't it? It's getting my juices flowing. I'm feeling better. But I decided I'm going to slow down. Take my time. The market is depressed. It was. As soon as I got back from my trip, those of you that are on my personal page, you know what I'm talking about. I was wore out. But I kept working, stayed wore out, but I felt good. So, got working, finished that one up. It was supposed to have been, our original plan was for it to be picked up about 3 weeks ago, but there were some storms that came in Texas, over there on the coast, the East Coast, and just some things happened. Nobody's fault. So hopefully that's happening this week. But that gave me a little extra time where I could work on the Scotsman. And today, man, I'm getting good at this. Look at that. Chris Abbey is on his way right now to put on the rock guard. So the rock guard's going on. It's done. That camper is done, other than that. But it could have been done 3 weeks ago. I just didn't get in a hurry. Chris had things going on. So I'm like, hey, take care of the other customers. I'll see you another week or so. So, looks like it's going home in about 5 days, 4 or 5 days. But in about 4 or 5 hours, got another camper coming in. And we'll do an episode about it, as we always do. It's another Scotty, fella from California. Sometimes I'm not sure people are serious or not. So I shoot them a quote, I try to work with them. I don't know what their timeline is. I don't want it now. I want to finish my camper. I want that Scotsman done. Hulk smash. So, he sent me a message back and he said, hey, I'll be there next Saturday. Oh, will you? Okay. But you know, you're coming from California. You're making a special trip. It's not always about me. Look at Curly. He's just taking it easy. He's loving life. He's not stressed out. Not in the least. So I'm going to accommodate him. And I've got... So what I did, what you just saw, all of this to tell you all of this. I moved my project off to the side. I may have a day or two to kind of button some things up so that it doesn't get wobbly. That's all I'm gonna do, and then I'll stop. This will go home. I know, you guys probably have trophies on your wall, you have medals, you have certificates, and that makes you proud, and it should make your family proud. This makes me proud when I could point and hit it the first time. In my world, everybody should get a trophy. It's terrible. Terrible. But anyway, so I got to get this gone. Well, get this done, get this gone. Then that Scotty that's coming in 4 or 5 hours, got to get it ripped down, start building it back up. So then that will be gone. This will be gone. I can focus on my Scotsman for about a month probably. Because then I've got another camper coming in September, which is great. That's a great time for the customer. Customer wants it to start then. They have some time off. They're coming out from Maine. Those of you that watch the channel, you'll know who it is. Very much will know who it is. So it's cool that that person's coming from Maine. And those of you that watch the lives we used to do all the time, you already know who it is. But it's cool. That's going to happen in September if everything works out. And I'll have the Scotsman more than likely done by then. And it'll just be our subscriber, our viewer, our friend, would just be working on his vintage camper. The only one in the shop. It's been, dare I say, May? How many months? I've had at least 2 campers here. And don't forget, we took this one in. That's that Scotty we took in on trade, but it was parts and pieces of that Scotty we took in on trade. It's under the tarp. I know that's probably making Trailer Trash the Treasure so proud of me. He'll give me a certificate, I'll bet. I'd like a certificate from him. Anyway, so it's, but hey, you know what? While we're doing this, this isn't bad camera work since I'm lugging around a tripod right now. Let's take a look up here. Way off in the distance, there it is. That's Russ, has moved the Shasta up to his place on the hill. And he's going to slowly work on it and get on it. But look at the camper ranch. Have you ever seen the camper ranch so bare? That Aloha's coming in this winter. I don't have a buyer for it yet, but that thing will sell because it's going to be, oh look, I lost my certificate. It's going to be phenomenal. It's a great trailer. First year Aloha. If you want it, send me a message. I'll get you started on it. But I'm not doing it until this winter. And I've been using parts off of this because I don't necessarily care for the shape. And once I get most of the parts off and I get it down to just the floor, I'm probably going to make a vintage canned ham out of it. It's a 70 model anyway. It's just square or rectangle. Don't particularly care for it. I'm going to make a canned ham out of it. That's what I plan on doing. So the camper ranch, bare. But that's okay. That's okay. As I said, I think I was talking to Jim yesterday. He moved a little bit of product out there. I mean campers. So he thinks it's coming back. And I would say that, you know, the calls are starting to pick up a little bit. So I'm hoping that the depressed camper market is going to pick up a little bit. And I think it is. Jim thinks it will. There, I got it back. My mojo. And Russ getting in on the game. So, blue skies out here in Oklahoma, boys. It's a beautiful day. It's going to be hot, though. Going to be hot. Oh, Curly found the treat I left for him. All right, so I'm just waiting on Chris, Abby, to get there. And he's going to... Oh, there, I just lost. I used the wrong hand, though. We're going to get that done. Then I'm going to do a little bit of work on the Scotsman. And then at noon, Ron is coming by to pick up. I'm real close on that. You wouldn't even know. You can't see him. I've got the dinette seats in there. Then at 3, that man's dropping off his Scotty. So if you were wondering what's the day in the life of Rob the Rebuilder, a lot of times it's not very much rebuilding. Sometimes I hate to call any one of those two, Chris or Ron, a vendor. They're friends, but they are. So I guess if this was a real business, they would be vendors, and I would be working with vendors today and bringing in a customer I gave them a ballpark quote, and but we haven't 100% discussed what we're gonna do. That'll be on video. That'll be coming up. Yappity, yappity, yap. But that is where I am right now and what I've been doing. That's a day in the life, baby, right there. Day in the life of Rob the Rebuilder. Sometimes it's 8 hours of just carpentry, building, tearing down. Sometimes it's 5 or 6 hours of making sure that you have everything lined up so that you can work your way back. Thanks for listening to my jibber jabber.